We are back live here on Steelers Talk. Welcome in, Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry. And although we didn't have a live show last week, we do have one this week, and we've got some great stuff in store for you today here on Steelers Talk, I should say, starting with some spicy Steelers trade, news and rumors there. And then we're also going to have some new Steelers trade rumors as well to go along with that. And then we're also going to have our annual or our weekly Steelers Talk live mailbag for you guys where I answer your questions on the black and gold. Can't wait to get into all the stuff today because we got a great show lined up for you. But now let's bring in our producer for today, Mr. Jeremy Chuggs.
Woo!
Chuggs, it's been a little bit. It's been 2 weeks.
Too long.
Too long is exactly right, but we're back. How was your 4th of July?
It was great. You know, me and my fiance our anniversary is 4th of July.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
That's right. You were telling me this.
I actually had work off. I put in a little PTO action. Went down to San Antonio Riverwalk.
Oh, I love the Riverwalk, man.
It was pretty fun.
If you guys haven't been to the San Antonio Riverwalk, I highly recommend it. It is absolutely awesome.
I visited the Alamo.
Yeah, you got to remember it. That's the number one rule of being a Texan is you got to remember the Alamo.
I remembered it. But the one thing which partly why I wanted to ask this question today, it was hot AF.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
And it's hot AF
like
here today.
Southern Texas, man.
It's 100 degrees in Dallas, Texas here today. So I want to know, how hot is it where you're at right now?
Yeah, so Cassie Voth, my girlfriend's in the chat, says 101. Yep. SWB Pro, 102 degrees. I don't know where you are, man, but Jesus. Steve Young, 94. Matt Hyde says 86. Oh, let's see. Leo Rush says 91. It seems like it's getting hot everywhere. This is the time of year where even like in Minnesota, it's getting really, really hot. 87 from Psycho, a Sperry Psycho. We got a Sperry Psycho in the chat here, Jeremy Chuggs.
Go.
73, Chris Manderful. Where are you at?
SWB,
Man,
102 from Florida.
I want to be from. I want to go where Chris Manderful's at right now. 73, Caleb Ebel, 80. Coy Contreras, 90.
It's crazy because I know a lot of retired people, they flip-flop between here, the other side of the world, because right now, I believe this is Australia's colder part of the year.
Really? Oh, I guess that makes sense. 106 Sunfield from Benjamin.
Let me actually see.
Oh, my goodness. So Chris is in Iowa. That's where Chris is at. And then we also have 82 from Pittsburgh. That's from Daniel there.
101. Oh, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, you can't really see it. It's kind of blurry, but yeah, it's
101.
101 here in Dallas. It is definitely a cooker.
It feels like 110 outside.
But at the end of the day, like here in Texas, if you're living here, you get used to it pretty quickly. You know, last week, I think it was, or 2 weeks ago, we were the hottest place on the planet. We were hotter than all the deserts. Everywhere else on the world was cooler than Dallas, Texas, which is kind of crazy. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, it does get hot here in the summer. And we got some hot Steelers news and rumors to cover today. But first, I want to give out some special shout-outs to the people that shared yesterday's video here on Steelers Talk on Twitter. I want to give a shout-out to Kevin Cassell, I think is how you say that, Minka Berg, El Magnifico 227, and Throw the Ball to Pickens. Really do appreciate all of the support, guys. And, you know, let's talk a little bit about the recent rumors that have been out here the last couple of days surrounding Aaron Donald, the superstar defensive tackle.
Exo Monk's 126. I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
126?
126?
I don't even know where it would be 100.
Exo Monks, you're going to have to send some proof or something, man. Oh, my gosh.
Where are you staying? Because 126?
126, that's like
you can't leave your house.
That's got to be like the Sahara Desert.
What if he is watching from the Sahara Desert?
That'd be pretty sweet, man. The Steelers talk from the Sahara. That's pretty darn cool, man. But, you know, the latest rumors around the Steelers, let's get into some Steelers talk here. Start off the show. Aaron Donald has been rumored as a potential trade target for the Pittsburgh Steelers at the trade deadline. So, Jeremy, I don't know what you're laughing about over there.
SWB said bro lives in Mercury.
Yeah, that's a good one, SWB. But anyway, man. So, Jeremy, what do you think about these Aaron Donald rumors that have been swirling here over the last 48 hours?
I sell.
You sell?
It's one of those things where a lot of it comes from speculation of, beat reporters for the Rams, beat reporters around the team are like, oh, if they're bad, they could sell at the deadline. They could not really, be looking. They could be looking to unload some of their bigger contracts, some of their older players.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where the Aaron Donald trade rumors kind of started from. But I think it's like we can speculate, we can talk, but it has to get to that point. And I don't know what point it has to break for the Rams to be like, you know what, we're selling the farm.
Yeah, because the thing with Donald is that he has a player option on his contract next offseason. So he could choose not to come back.
Right now I'm typing my S for sell. Okay. It makes sense for the Steelers. Obviously, you get an amazing player. If you're trying to win this year, if you're in win now mode, 100% it makes sense. For the Rams, I don't know how much it makes sense depending on how good they are at the deadline. And I don't think it happens till the deadline. And I don't even know if,
it's definitely not happening before the season.
Yeah, and it's also one of those things where it's like, Aaron Donald, will he want to make that transition somewhere else? He was flirting with retirement, flirting with not playing anymore. Will he want to get traded?
But the one argument that I'd have against that is that, yes, he's flirted with retirement. But if there's any team that he's going to extend his career by just like a couple more years, it's going to be playing for his hometown Steelers. He is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, played at the University of Pitt, played his college ball at Heinz Field with the Pitt Panthers. I mean, if I had the opportunity, if I was 32 and I was maybe flirting with retirement a little bit, and I was the best player in the world, I would consider it.
And Sell, this is the thing. We're not making it up. We're speculating based off reports. We're not saying Aaron Donald is going to get traded. We don't think it's actually going to happen right now.
Yeah,
it's a speculation for the future, what could be.
Yeah, I would say the only way that this even has a possibility of happening is if Kenny Pickett balls out, because the Rams are going to want a first-round pick and a player in exchange for him.
And that's why I'm saying it's multifaceted for this to even go down. One, the Rams have to be in a position to trade. Two, the Steelers have to be in that same position to trade, winning now, having a chance to win the AFC North. Three, they have to agree on terms. They have to agree, what if the Rams are like, you know what? He's the best defensive tackle in the NFL.
Which is a very solid argument.
We want a first and a second round pick for him.
Yeah, that's good. I think that'd be too rich for me. Everyone out there right now is saying it's going to take 2 firsts and a player. I think that is so high I think he's 32 now. That's too much for somebody that age, in my opinion. I would think about it if it was a first and a player like Larry Ogunjobi, because you got to get rid of some money. I would think about it, but you have to not want that first-round pick.
And if I'm the Steelers, do I want to give up a ton of draft capital, especially with a GM like Omar Khan, who's been doing great in the NFL draft so far?
He's done great with trades, though, too. So if anyone's going to pull off like an absolute fleecing here, it's gonna be Omar Khan, but it's gonna be tough to fleece the Rams.
I'm a little pessimistic on it. I'll believe it when I see it, believe it whenever there's more legs to it. It's a fun idea, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna be discussing some of these Aaron Donald trade rumors here later on into today's show. But first here, before we get going into our first segment on today's show, we do have some announcements to get through here, where first we have a new promotion here on the channel. We've had it on the show last couple days. Once we get to 29,000 subscribers here on the channel, we're about somewhere around 2,300 subscribers away. Before week 1, we are going to do a Steelers jersey raffle on that first watch party there, week 1 versus the San Francisco 49ers. And it's going to be a Joey Porter Jr. jersey giveaway. So we're getting closer. We're getting closer every single day. We added like 71 subscribers on the first day, and then we added another 16 yesterday. So right now we've gotten up to 87 since we started this campaign. We still need about 2,300 more in order to get there. So we still need 2,313 new subscribers before week 1. But I'm telling you, man, that's jersey raffle I think is definitely going to be worth it. If you're already subscribed, you'll already have a chance to win that jersey. So really do appreciate all the new people here at Steelers Talk. And then we got a chance to make some chat sports history today. Not just Steelers Talk, but the entire company of Chat Sports, because Mitchell Renz of the Raiders Report has challenged us to a slap battle. Okay, so this is the first time that we're doing this on Steelers Talk, where every $50 super chat that comes in, the host of that show, so today it's Steelers, gets to slap the other person's host on camera on their show. So yesterday I was on Raiders and they got to slap me 3 times and it hurt really, really bad. Okay, today we are trying to beat that number. And the thing with the Raiders is that they have never, ever been beaten here at Chat Sports in any competition, a sub battle, a like battle, a super chat battle. Today we could become the first channel in Chat Sports history to dethrone the Raiders, our biggest channel here, with just 4 $50 super chats. And speaking of super chats, we already got our first one of the day, and that's Matt Hyde, who comes in here and says, do you think Najee should lose a little weight? And he, of course, used hashtag Steelers there for our mailbag. Matt, I'm going to answer this question first off on our mailbag today. Really do appreciate your support, Matt. He's always one of the people that's in the chat, so really do appreciate the $10. And so today we need to get to 4 slaps, and we also have other items on our super chat menu. A $5 super chat. We're going to do a here we go Steelers chant for you.
I'm gonna change that.
What are we changing it to? Jeremy's pulling a fast one on me, man. He's changing things up. What are you doing here, Jeremy?
We were talking about it before. I think we should do it. A Steelers helmet giveaway.
Okay.
We have an extra Steelers helmet.
Yeah, we have
here.
We have an additional Steelers mini helmet, and today we are going to do a raffle. So $5 or more will get you a slot on today's raffle. And today we're going to do it a little bit differently. Usually we sell raffle tickets. Today what we're going to do is if you're a part of Steelers Talk Gold Club, so you spend $100 or more on a single stream, you're going to get 3 tickets. And then if you put $5 or more in Super Chats today, you'll get 1 ticket, so you have a better chance if you don't have that much money to spend on Super Chats. So Matt Hyde, you are now entered to win that Steelers mini helmet now after that $10 Super Chat. Really do appreciate that. And then, of course, we got the Bean Boozled for $20. We got 2 new guys here in the office at Chat Sports, Chip and Smitty. And they're going to be doing the Bean Boozled today, so get in those 20s because we're hazing them a little bit today.
I guess we're only hiring people with nicknames now?
I guess so.
I don't know what the deal is.
Last week, or 2 weeks ago, it was Chris that was doing the Bean Boozled. We got him right here, the nasty jelly beans. $20. The new guys are going to be eating some Bean Boozled jelly beans. $50, I get to slap Mitchell Renz. If we get 4 of those today, we beat the Raiders Report, and we become the first channel in Chat Sports history to beat them in any sort of competition. And then if you put in $100 total today, you get to join the Steelers Talk Gold Club. And we've currently got 10 members or 8 members of the Steelers Talk Gold Club. Shout out to Alston Tardif, Mo Love, Brian Love, Anthony Fuller, Nathan Glass, James Lombardo, Anthony Fuller, and Patty Gustafson, my mom. Did we miss somebody? I don't think we did. Oh, I did put Anthony Fuller. Who are we missing there? We're missing somebody. I can't remember who it is, but we'll get that fixed for you right away, whoever we're missing. But anyway, man, so if you join Steelers Talk Gold Club, it's a lifetime membership. You get 3 free raffle tickets for every single raffle that we do, including today. So if you want 3 slots to win that mini helmet, you go ahead and spend $100. Maybe send in a couple 50s. I get the slap. What's that? King Yinzer, Anthony Fuller is on there twice. Welcome to the show, Anthony, by the way. It's always good to see your face in the chat. What's that, Jeremy?
I was going to say, that's on me. I messed up the graphic, but I'm gonna do some quick research because I know we have 8.
Yeah, we have 8. I know that we have 8. I can't remember
Anthony Fuller.
Who we're missing.
Let me go back.
Yeah, go back and check. But anyway, if you're a part of Steelers Talk Gold Club, get a Super Chat sticker on every single time that we put your comments up on the show. I get to follow you on Twitter and Instagram, wherever you are on social media. And then, of course, those 3 raffle tickets are a big help as well. We are trying to beat the Raiders Report today. 4 $50 super chats, or, if someone wants to be a Steelers legend and send in a 200, then we'd be the first channel in chat sports history to beat the Raiders Report in any sort of competition. So that's what we're going for today. So some really great stuff coming up here today here on the show. And, of course, we got the mailbag that's coming up later on in the show. You saw it with Matt Hyde's super chat earlier. If you want to get a super chat or if you want to get a question on today's mailbag, use hashtag Steelers in the comments. Or you can super chat along with your question, and we'll get your question there on the show. If you super chat, you skip the line right at the top of the list. So I really do appreciate all the people that put in their questions, and I can't wait to see, after a couple weeks here being on vacation, what kind of questions you guys have cooked up here over the last couple of weeks. So on today's show here, we're going to get into our first segment here in just a second. I've got some spicy Steelers news and rumors that I'm going to be breaking down, including some stuff about Mike Tomlin, a little bit of George Pickens, a little bit of Kenny Pickett. Can't wait to break those down with you here in just a second. Then also later on in today's show, I got some new Steelers trade ideas that some other publications have kind of put out there involving Aaron Donald and a couple of players from the Denver Broncos. And then also we got the Steelers Talk Live mailbag, where I'm going to be breaking down your questions, answering them, doing everything. Or just you send in the questions, I answer them. It's going to be a good time, like it always is, here on Steelers Talk. And, of course, use hashtag Steelers or Super Chat to get on the show. Jeremy, how are we doing here? Are we finding? You found it? Good. All right. So I was kind of hoping we'd get a slap in here before we started our first segment. So, man, $50, I get to slap Mitchell Renz. And let me tell you, man, he's been talking some serious crap. You updated it. Okay. So who are we missing? Oh, it's DJV. How could we forget about DJV? If DJV's in the chat, apologies for that, my man. But, man, those are the members of Steelers Talk Gold Club. If you want to join, it's going to cost $100 throughout the entire stream. Okay, so if you want to send in some 20s and get some Bean Boozles in there.
That's on me. I had to do some deep dive into to make sure. We added 2 members, Patty Gustafson and DJV, last week, and then I kind of messed up the graphic a little bit.
That's okay, Jeremy. We still love you here. All right, man. So how are we doing? Are we ready to get into this first segment here?
We need Chuggs eating the beans. Hey, we have the
beans here.
We have the beans.
If you send in a $20, man, you can have the new guys eat them, or you can have us eat them if you want.
And if you send in a 20, you're entered in the Steelers helmet giveaway.
Yeah, man. So
it's a twofer.
If you're somebody that doesn't spend a ton in super chats here on the show, but you still want to win something, today might be your day, because there's going to be a lower number of slots on our raffle.
And it's not every 5 you get a ticket. It's
just one ticket.
Yeah,
per
everybody's
person.
getting one ticket.
Yeah, unless you're a part of Gold Club, then you get 3. All right, man. So we're going to get into this. What's that, Chuggs?
Hot Rod, how much would it cost to have you guys eat a handful? Hey, $20 a bean. So if you send in 60, that's 3 beans. I'm
Hot
popping
Rod,
at once.
$20 a bean. So you can send in like a 60 or whatever, and we'll do how many that is. Okay. All right. Let's get into this first segment here. We got news and rumors on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Really looking forward to that.
Before we start, though.
Oh, how could I forget? We got to like the video, man.
We only have 62 people watching, only 23 likes.
We need to get up to 30 here. If we get up to 30, I will get into this first segment right now. Come on now. We need to get that number up. Those are rookie numbers. Let's get that up to 30, and we'll get this thing going.
Just go down there.
I see 25. We need 5 more. Come on.
Go down there and tickle the like button.
There we go. We got up to 30. All right, man.
Yeah, buddy.
We got Steelers news and rumors coming for you here. It's great to be back live here on Steelers Talk after a week off. I'm ready to get into this
How much did
here.
you miss us?
I missed you a lot, Jeremy Chuggs. I really did, man. That week in Minnesota, I really enjoyed my time with family, but I was thinking, you know what? I miss Jeremy Chuggs.
Better thing for you, hanging out with Jeremy Chuggs or eating that coconut cake?
The coconut cake. I love you, man, but the coconut cake is pretty darn special. All right, let's get into this first segment of Steelers news and rumors right now. Today's Steelers Talk video is sponsored by RexMD. Go to rexmd.com/chat to get 90% off generic Viagra and Cialis on their website today. Can't wait to tell you more about RexMD later on in today's show. And welcome into Steelers Talk, Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry. And on today's show, we're going to be covering the latest slate of Steelers news and rumors surrounding the black and gold, including whether or not Mike Tomlin is about to get another contract extension. George Pickens praising the Steelers culture here the other day. And then also CBS Sports disrespecting Kenny Pickett in their most recent article. But before we get into today's action, we have a new promotion here on Steelers Talk, where once we get to 29,000 subscribers here, and if we can get there before week 1, we're going to be doing a Joey Porter Jr. Steelers jersey giveaway during that first watch party here during the regular season. So if you want to help us reach that goal, you can go ahead and click that subscribe button for me right now. We've added 87 subscribers in just the first 2 days. We are making great pace. Still got a little ways to go, though. So if you want extensive Steelers news and rumors coverage every single day, and you want to become an expert on the Pittsburgh Steelers here before the start of the 2023 season, click that subscribe button for me right now. All right, so now let's jump into these news and rumors, starting with Mike Tomlin, where now all signs are now pointing to Coach T getting a contract extension, yet another one here, before the start of the 2023 season. And here's the thing with Coach T, man. I think that he's one of the best head coaches in the National Football League. I know he gets a little bit of a bad rap from some areas of the Steelers fandom, but this is what Ray Fittipaldo, the Steelers beat writer, had to say the other day on a Mike Tomlin contract extension. There is everything to suggest Art Rooney is happy with Mike Tomlin, that he likes the direction of the young team. I would imagine it happens at some point before the season. Let me tell you, man, this makes a lot of sense. Mike Tomlin has been somebody that has constantly overachieved throughout his entire tenure of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Under Tomlin, the Steelers have exceeded their projected win totals of 11 of 16 seasons here, and then 7 of the past 9 seasons, he has done that as well. So he's constantly somebody that is getting the most out of his players. He's one of the best at connecting with his players, getting them to buy in to his culture and to his system, and he's one of the best defensive minds in the National Football League as well. He needs to get better there in the postseason and improve that postseason record here over the next couple of years, but I have all the confidence in the world that he's going to be able to do that. So now get in the comment section and let me know, does Mike Tomlin deserve another contract extension? Give me a hell yes or give me a hell no here in the comment section. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. Do me a favor and put a hell yes or hell no down there in the comment section when you get a sec. All right, now let's talk a little bit about George Pickens, the second-year wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the other day, he was kind of talking to some reporters, and he detailed how much he is enjoying the Steelers culture this year and how it compares to last year's team and how it's improved since 2022, which is really, really exciting for all the Steelers fans out there in Steelers Nation. This is what Pickens had to say. It's super early, but just the vibe of the people. I said that before we even started practicing. Just the vibe of the people. It's super, super cool, super, super ready to go, and super, super energized. He really likes those super, supers. Guys, last year we had energy, but this year is a lot of on-field energy and communication too. I am just enjoying the energy. I like to watch guys go crazy. I like to watch guys make plays, so it's real fun for me. So coming up here, I'm going to be telling you why these comments by George Pickens is great news for the Pittsburgh Steelers here in 2023. But first, let's have a word from our sponsor at RexMD. Fellas, do you sometimes lack confidence in the bedroom? Do you wish you could have a more fulfilling sex life? Well, you're not alone. That's why we're excited to tell you about RexMD, the online source for men's wellness. RexMD offers an easy and discreet way to get the medication you need for ED without having to visit a doctor's office. With just a few clicks, you can have your medication delivered straight to your door and at a fraction of the cost of traditional pharmacies. RexMD's team of licensed physicians will work with you to find the right treatment plan, and their medication is made in the United States, so you can trust its quality. Plus, their customer support team is available 24/7 to answer any questions or concerns you may have. So if you're ready to take control of your sex life and say goodbye to ED, head on over to rexmd.com/chat and start your consultation today. Take advantage of their best deal ever that they've ever offered and save up to 90% off and only pay $2 per dosage with our exclusive link. Go to rexmd.com/chat for this limited time deal. Starter packs of generic Viagra or Cialis are now available for our listeners to get started. That's rexmd.com/chat for up to 90% off. So the reason why these comments by George Pickens has me super excited for the Steelers' 2023 campaign is because they point to a tight-knit unit here in 2023. And usually when a unit is really tight-knit, they love beating each other, they have fun practicing with each other, they become an extremely productive unit. And, if there were communication issues, if there was different stuff going on, we wouldn't be hearing the kinds of things that we're hearing out of that Steelers locker room right now. And plain simply, just the kind of rule of thumb is that teams usually have fun when they're playing well. So good teams have fun. That is the rule of thumb in the National Football League. And just based on these comments from George Pickens, everybody is having a ton of fun at Steelers practice, which tells me that players are playing extremely well on both sides of the football. And I really do think that the level of competition this year on both sides of the football will be increased. And I'm super excited to see how that translates during the 2023 schedule. And there's definitely reason for high energy and expectations here for the Pittsburgh Steelers heading into 2023. So if you enjoy the content here on Steelers Talk and you want to help us grow a little bit, go ahead and like today's video. It is a free and easy way to help out the channel. If you think George Pickens is a dog, go ahead and smash that thumbs up icon right now and like today's video. All right, so now CBS Sports has come out with a list of 7 unproven quarterbacks in the National Football League, and they kind of rank them based on how good they're going to play this year. And they rank Kenny Pickett 5th of 7 on that list. That's kind of ridiculous to me. And you take a look at this a list that they made here from CBS Sports. They put Brock Purdy, number 1, quarterback from San Francisco. Then they have Justin Fields at number 2, Bears quarterback. Jordan Love, who Kenny Pickett has started more games than Jordan Love throughout his NFL career. He gets the number 3 spot. Mac Jones had kind of a down year last year with Matt Patricia calling the offense there in New England. Then you got Pickett slotted in at 5th last year. And then the 2 guys under Pickett on their list are Desmond Ridder and Sam Howell from the Commanders. So the question is this disrespectful to Kenny Pickett to place him number 5 on this list? To me, I think it's at least a little bit disrespectful personally, because I think Kenny Pickett is somebody that people should be optimistic about heading into 2023. Showed some really good things at the end of last season, but this is what the author from CBS Sports, Tyler Sullivan, had to say about the Steelers' sophomore QB. Kenny Pickett was the only quarterback taken in the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft, and the Pitt product had himself a solid first season in the league. He officially became the team starter in Week 5 and had Pittsburgh above 500, 7-6, in his 13 starts the rest of the way. Pickett's accuracy was a bit questionable throughout the year, and he didn't have a single multi-passing touchdown game last year, so there are certainly still some areas for him to grow. And listen, Kenny Pickett definitely has some areas where he needs to grow. There's no doubt about that. But I think they showed some really good things there at the end of 2022 that I think that are going to be leading to some great optimism among Steelers fans here heading into 2023. This is what Tyler Sullivan had to say about Kenny Pickett, especially when it comes to Matt Canada's offense. Of course, there's also the Matt Canada variable to Pickett's development. It's been a tumultuous 2 seasons for the offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh after taking over for Randy Fitchner in 2020. But the team did decide to retain him, meaning Canada, for 2023. Continues to say, last year, Canada's offense finished 26th in scoring, 24th in passing, 16th in rushing, and 23rd in red zone efficiency. And those numbers may not even tell the entire story of how lackluster the offense as a whole looked throughout the year. Continues to say there was some improvement in the second half of the year where the offense scored at least 20 points in 5 of their final 9 games following the Week 9 bye. If Canada's offense takes a step back, that could be bad news for Pickett. And that's absolutely 100% correct here by CBS Sports. Nothing that they said in their article is technically wrong, right? Kenny Pickett definitely has some stuff that he needs to work through here in his second season if he wants to become that top 10 level star quarterback that many Steelers fans expect him to be. And then also the Matt Canada variable is absolutely something to consider. You take a look at the offense from last year, the numbers just were not good enough, plain and simply, period. 26th in points, 27th in yards per play, which is a big Vegas stat. Drive success rate, a big analytics figure there. A 19th, not very good. And then third down was 7th. That's a little bit better, but then in the red zone, just 23rd in the league. If the Steelers want to be a competitor in this very competitive AFC conference heading into 2023 with all of these really high-powered offenses like the Buffalo Bills and, the New York Jets now and the Cincinnati Bengals and all these teams that have really good quarterback play, you're going to have to be able to match that in postseason play if you're going to make a run at a Super Bowl this year. And plain simply, Kenny Pickett last year was just okay, all right? I'm not going to say he was fantastic, but he certainly wasn't terrible either, especially down the stretch with a 63% completion percentage, just over 2,400 yards, 7 touchdowns to 9 interceptions, but it is worth noting it was 6-1 there, TD the interceptions in his last 7 games, so it got a lot better as the season went on. And his QB rating was 51.4, which is about league average throughout the entirety of the season. Now, it's not really the Kenny Pickett stuff that gets me riled up about this list. I think what really gets me riled up is that CBS Sports has Brock Purdy at the number 1 spot on this list when you could make a solid argument that Kenny Pickett was the better quarterback last year. And now you might be thinking, Jack, you're crazy. The 49ers offense scored 30 points a game with Brock Purdy as their quarterback. But when you dig a little bit deeper and you kind of adjust for offensive scheme and stuff like that, Kenny Pickett showed that he's probably the more talented quarterback of the two guys. So you take a look at the numbers last year, big time throw percentage, a big stat that Pro Football Focus generates. Kenny Pickett had more big time throws last year from a percentage standpoint, 4.3 to 2.0. Then turnover worthy plays, another PFF stat, was about the same. So they about the turnover worthy plays is about the same. They take care of the football at the same rate. And then what's really interesting is that Brock Purdy in Kyle Shanahan's offense had an expected completion percentage of 69.0%, where Pickett only had 63.5. And that really does affect the adjusted completion percentage rate there, where you see Purdy's is a little bit higher there at 77.4. However, if you look at the differential based on what they were able to complete versus what they were supposed to complete, Pickett actually had the more impressive figure in the adjusted completion percentage department because of that differential. Now, they're pretty darn close, but I think that Kenny Pickett showed last year that he's better at making those big-time throws outside of the pocket, those really difficult throws, and it really does show that Kyle Shanahan is an absolute wizard in scheming things open for his quarterbacks here in San Francisco. So let me know who you think is the better quarterback down there in the comments section. Is it Brock Purdy? Give me a BP down there in the comments section. Or is it Kenny Pickett? Give me a KP down there and let me know who you think is the better quarterback. All right, so that's going to be it for today's show. Yinzers, really do appreciate all the support. If you want some Steelers-specific content on Twitter, you can check out my specific Steelers page there on the platform at Sperry_Yins. If you do so, I will give you a follow back. Really do appreciate all the support, guys. I will see you guys later. And as always, here we go, Steelers. Oh, a $50 super chat from King Yinzer. Anthony Fuller, that is one in the bank there. Let's go. Are you, Jeremy, are you going to slack Mitch here, or do you want me to? All right. Mitchell Renz, the Raiders Report host, will be in here soon. We will be slapping him. And now we're just 3 slaps away, 350 pieces away from beating the Raiders Report for the first time in Chat's sports history. Let's get that done today, Steelers Nation. We can make history today. Really do appreciate that 50 there, Anthony. You know what, Jeremy? Because it's a 50, I'm going to say Smitty and Chip are going to come on and do a bean for Mr. King Yinzer. All right? All right. So, here he is. Here, the man of the hour, Mitchell Renz. Oh, my goodness. Look how short this guy is. Oh, my goodness. All right, you ready? Yeah, King Yinzer sent in the $50 super chat. Bow down. We are not worthy. King Yinzer. All right. Oh, you hear that, Anthony? He's not worried about you. I guess we'll see. All right, you ready? I got him good. Let's go. You want another slap? Send in another 50. Let's go. All right, now we're going to get Smitty and Chipper in here. Oh, yeah, we're giving them bad ones. There's no doubt about it. All right.
No toothpaste. Yeah, give them the...
Right now, they're mostly toothpaste. All right, come on now, fellas. All right. So we got the new guys here from Chat Sports. This is Smitty. All right, and then Chip. Chip is right here. Chip. All right, here we go. Here's yours. That's liver and onions. All right, or it's, let me see. So you have liver and onions or cappuccino. I'm not going to look it other way. And then you have dead fish or strawberry banana smoothie. All right. You got to bite in at least one time, and then you can spit it out. All right, here we go. Do chew-chews, all right? Same time. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Spam bean in the chat. Let's go. Oh, Chip. Oh, Smitty got the dead fish. Let's go. How'd that taste there, Smitty?
It didn't taste great. It took me a second to figure out what it was.
Yep, it has a little bit of a delay.
That's why I wanted to chew into it. That's terrible.
How'd you like the cappuccino?
Not bad. I don't like coffee. But it's a lot better than liver and onion.
All right, if you guys want these guys to do more beans, $20 super chats. All right, appreciate you guys.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, let's see here. We have another person in the giveaway. A first-time super chat, Brandon Nicholson. Let's go, man. Welcome to the chat. Been watching for a minute. I watch every video. Thank you so much for your support, Brandon. I'm worried about our linebacking core just because of the unknown. Are you confident in them? Out of 10. Yeah, so we're gonna start our mailbag with that question. We got a couple questions already on super chats. And if you want to get a question on today's show, use hashtag Steelers or super chat to get on today's show, on today's mailbag. It's coming up here in about 2 to 3 minutes. All right, I got to slack somebody something here, Jeremy. So you want to give some shout-outs real quick?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Damien says, nothing says scrumptious like dead fish. Yeah. Not good. Not good. Start getting those questions in. I do need some more questions. Use hashtag Steelers in the comment section for our upcoming mailbag, or you can super chat with your question and we'll get you on screen. Anthony, if you just want to send in a hashtag Steelers, I'll get your make sure to get your question in early on because you sent in that 50 piece.
All right, man. So you know what today is, Jeremy Chuggs? It is Amazon Prime Day. So
Amazon Prime Day.
So I don't know if you use Amazon Prime all that much, but they got a bunch of great deals. This isn't a sponsor, by the way. But, yeah, it's Prime Day. So
J. Perry YT, I see your question. You got to put hashtag Steelers in the comment so it's easier for me to pull it up on screen. So, great question. Use hashtag Steelers.
Hashtag Steelers. All right? Hashtag Steelers. Let's put up the super chat menu one more time here, just in case there's people in here that didn't see it the first time. So we got $5. You enter our Steelers mini helmet giveaway. So we're doing a raffle today. $20, we get the Bean Boozle, the new guys, or if you want us to do them, me and Jeremy, we can do them as well.
The new guys need some more beans.
Yes, they do, especially Chip.
Chip
got a good one on his first one. We need to get him some bad ones in here now.
I'm a little triggered by that.
And then $50, we'll slap the Raiders host Mitchell Renz. We need to get to 4 today in order to beat the Raiders report. We're already at 1. If someone wants to send in 150 and win the contest for us, that'd be amazing.
Daft. How much to slap the Browns host? $50.
$50. But can we volunteer Petey for that?
Let me go make sure.
All right, we're gonna ask Petey if for a 50 we can slap the Browns host. But we got to slap Mitch 4 times today, guys. This opportunity is not going to come around very often to beat the Raiders report. I'm telling you, man. So coming up here, we do have that mailbag where I'm going to be answering your questions. Still need a couple more questions. So if you got a question, use hashtag Steelers or Super Chat to get that in there. Now, $100 total today. So if you send in 250s or 520s or whatever, you get to join the Gold Club. And not only do you get more slots on today's raffle, but you join our exclusive club and 3 free raffle tickets for every single raffle that we do. Oh, so Petey, Matthew Peterson, our Browns host, has been talking some crap. He says nobody will send in $100. So that's the price. His price is $100 for a Matthew Peterson slap here on Steelers Talk.
His words verbatim were, I know these poor Steelers fans won't send in $100 super chat.
Dude,
so that's what I'm going to make
He
it.
just doesn't learn, man. He just doesn't learn. These Browns fans need to be taught a lesson, guys.
His fans are from Cleveland. He's calling Pittsburgh fans poor.
I just don't understand. I don't understand it. Anyway, man, so get that in there, $100, and we will slap the Browns host a 50. We'll slap the Raiders host.
That kind of made me a little ticked off.
Dude, I'm pissed. I really hope someone sends in 100 because I'm going to have all of my anger in my slap.
Your fans are from Cleveland, and you're calling Pittsburgh fans poor?
Oh, my goodness, man. I really hope we get that 100 because I really want to slap Petey. But, you know, a 50 would be great, a 20 would be great, and even a 5 would be fantastic if you want to enter that mini helmet giveaway that we're doing today on the raffle. Do we have enough questions here, Jeremy Chuggs, to get into this mailbag?
I think we are about there. Let me double check. We have some questions.
Dap Cannon, I promise you, it will not be a weak slap. I promise you. If you send in $100, you are going to get your money's worth with that slap.
We want that sinker ball slap.
I promise you. Okay, man. So we got 56 people in the chat right now. Appreciate everyone that's tuned in. We got a $5 super chat.
Another entry.
Another first one? Another first? No, it's not a first timer. But unknown assailant. What's good, my man? $5 super chat. We'll get your super chat up here in just a second, my man.
There we go. I just had to enter him in the giveaway.
All right, so unknown assailant, you are now a part of our raffle now. So he says, who would most likely be included in a Donald trade, Cam or Highsmith, and what picks would be worth giving up? So I'm actually going to answer this question on the mailbag. We got a couple of super chat questions actually to get to here at the top.
Yeah, I think we're good to go now.
All right, man. Let's get into today's Steelers Live mailbag coming at you right now.
1 second. All right, come.
What's good, Steelers Nation? My name is Jack Sperry, and this is Steelers Talk. On today's show, I'm going to be answering your questions on the weekly Steelers Talk mailbag on the Steelers Talk live show every single Wednesday. Really do appreciate all the support and all the people that sent in questions. So if any of these questions are outdated, that's just because we're filming this on Wednesday. So go ahead and click that subscribe button right now to join the most interactive YouTube channel for the Steelers here on the platform. We have videos every single day. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. We have a Steelers Talk live show where you get to ask your questions, and we have a great time talking Steelers football. So if you want to join a great community of Yinzers that love the black and gold, go ahead and click that subscribe button for me right now. And our first question comes from a $10 super chat from Matt Hyde, who says, do you think Najee should lose a little weight? So he is pretty heavy for a true bell cow running back. Now, you know, there's not many guys in the league that can really be his weight and really be a bell cow. We saw Adrian Peterson do it. We see Derrick Henry do it. But it's definitely a short list. Now, if he can keep the speed at that weight and he can keep the power, I say stay at the same weight. But if you need to add a little bit more juice in terms of the speed department, I'd say I wouldn't mind him losing a couple of pounds. But based on all the reports, he's looking great in camp right now at his size. So I'm not really all that worried about it. I think he's going to have a breakout season here in 2023. Then we got a first-time super chat here with a $5 super chat from Brandon Nicholson. And he says, been watching for a minute. I watch every video. Appreciate the support. I'm worried about our linebacking core just because of the unknown. Are you confident in them out of 10? So what I'll say, Brandon, is that I really like our pass rush and our secondary, and I really don't think the linebacking core is going to make or break the Steelers' defense. I think Cole Holcomb and Landon Roberts are decent starters in the National Football League. You hope that Mark Robinson can start to develop here in year 2. You sign Nick Kwiatkowski, who I think is a great fit for this Steelers defense as well. So personally, I think that the linebacking core is going to be fine. I think they'll hold up just fine. And right now, my confidence in them, probably an 8 out of 10 because they're surrounded by that great secondary led by Patrick Peterson and Minkah Fitzpatrick. And then that pass rush, of course, led by TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, and Cam Hayward. Then we got another $5 super chat from Unknown Assailant here. It says, who would most likely be included in a Donald trade, Cam or Highsmith? And what picks would be worth giving up? So it's definitely not going to be Cam. He's your captain. He's kind of Mr. Steeler right now. If I'm being completely honest with you, he's kind of that one guy, that central figure, that central leader in that locker room. So it's probably Highsmith just because he's a free agent. You know, the Rams have the cap space to give him the money that he wants. And if the Steelers aren't willing to pay a higher contract on Highsmith, that might make more sense. However, I think that a contract extension with Highsmith will get done this offseason, and I don't really think Cam or Highsmith are going to be trade pieces in a potential Aaron Donald trade. I would say Deontay Johnson actually would be a lot more likely than either Cam or Highsmith here in this scenario. Then we got a $5 super chat from Dominic Schrader who says, cut Montravius Adams and Gunner, trade 2 seconds, Levi, and Larry O for AD. I don't hate that. Second-round picks are obviously not as valuable as first-round picks. And then, Montravius Adams and Gunnar Olszewski, you can save a little bit of cap space by getting rid of them. They're probably not going to play much this year. I absolutely agree with cutting those 2 gentlemen. But as for the trade compensation, I wouldn't hate that whatsoever. Would the Rams accept that for arguably the best defensive player that has ever played? I don't know. It would certainly be a great trade by Omar Khan, but I guess we'll see what the Rams feel there at the trade deadline. Then we got a question from Henry Davids here, who says, if Canada is going to be prioritizing the run game this year, would it make sense for the Steelers to sign another running back like Kareem Hunt or Ezekiel Elliott? So it would make a little bit of sense, I think. You got Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, but then after that, it's a little shaky. Anthony McFarland, Alfonso Graham, not great. It's okay. But, if you really want to prioritize the run game this year, you could add another running back here. I don't think you want to pay too much for whoever you pay. I think Kareem Hunt is actually asking for more than teams are willing to pay him right now. Ezekiel Elliott, I'm not sure if he'd even want to come to the Steelers because it would be kind of like a tertiary role where he'd be running back 3. I really don't think that's the kind of role he's looking for. So I think at the end of the day, it will be Najee Harris and Jalen Warren as your number 1 and number 2 backs. And if they add a running back here, it's going to be as a number 3 option. But I think the Steelers are going to want to see what they have in Alfonso Graham and Anthony McFarland going into camp. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Should the Steelers sign another running back here before the start of training camp here in just a couple of weeks? Type Y if you think yes, or type N if you think no. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. Take advantage of that time by giving me a yes or by giving me a no down there in the comments. Then we got a question from Ben Santegolo. I hope I'm saying that right, my man. He says, how would you rate the Steelers' offensive line rebuild in the offseason? So if I'm rating it on like a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it an 8 or a 9, right? I really liked Broderick Jones coming out of Georgia. I loved the Isaac Seumalo pick up there in free agency. I thought the contract was really good for the team as well. I like the fact that they're keeping Mason Cole and James Daniels in their same spots this year. And then, the right tackle spot, Chukwuma Okorafor is fine, I suppose. I guess we'll have to see how he does coming up here in 2023. So although it's not going to be the best offensive line in the league this year, I think it's going to be serviceable enough for Kenny Pickett to show what he can do and for the run game to have success here in 2023. Then we got a question from Bub Michael H. He says, my friend is a Browns fan. Gross. He says the Browns will sweep the Steelers. Is he right? God, I hope not. God, I could not handle Matthew Peterson, our Browns host, if they ended up sweeping the Steelers this season. I hope they win at least one. I think that in the AFC North, these games are bloodbaths. They're really grinded out kind of games. It's going to come down to really the run game. It's going to come down to defense. And I think that the Steelers have really good players on both of those categories there. So it's really going to come down to Deshaun Watson and how well he plays here. Coming off his second season after taking off an entire season. So I'm definitely going to be interested to see how Deshaun Watson does. If he stinks, the Browns will stink. But if he's good, the Browns are going to be pretty darn good. Then we got a question from Dan the Pitt fan who says, what % chance do you give Kenny Pickett to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL next year? So top 10, I'm talking about like star level quarterback here. One of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League in his second year. I'm going to give him about a 20% shot, okay? A 20% chance to be a top 10 quarterback. I think he's got the skill set necessary. I think he needs to get better in the pocket presence department, needs to get a lot more comfortable with pressure, in my opinion. But he's got some of the skills that you really look for. He's got the toughness. He's got a lot of the accuracy as well. He's a great playmaker outside of the pocket. The skill set's there, but, I think that the Steelers are really going to be trying to prioritize the run game this year, so the opportunities might not be as nice for Pickett. But at the end of the day, I'm going to give him a 20% shot at being a top 10 quarterback. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comment section by scaling it 0 to 100. What is the % chance that KP turns into a star here in his second season? Question here from Joe. I think that's a Joe I. And he goes, okay, let's just say Mitchell Trubisky and Mason Rudolph were not on the Steelers roster. What players would you like to see as the Steelers QB2 and QB3? So out of the options available, Carson Wentz, Ben Roethlisberger. I don't really know. There's not a whole lot of great quarterbacks out there right now. So if I can't have those guys, not a whole lot of great options out there. But, I think Mitchell Trubisky, Mason Rudolph, they're fine for what they are. They're backups, and then they're an emergency quarterback. So I'm cool with what the Steelers have right now. If they weren't there, the Steelers would be in big trouble in that department. But lucky for us, that's not the case. Then we got a question from J. Perry YT, who says, if DJ doesn't have a good season, should we go after someone in the draft, sign a free agent, or trade him? So if he doesn't have a good season this year, you're going to be trying to do whatever you can to try to get rid of him via trade, because you're not going to want to pay his contract amount for next season. But I think that with Deontay Johnson, last year it was kind of a weird year for him. There's a lot of bad luck on his side. There's a lot of poor quarterback play, if I'm going to be completely frank with you. A lot of times where he gets wide ass open and a quarterback's just not looking at him. There's a bunch of different examples here, but I thought he played really well last season. And it just a lot of bad luck happened, a lot of poor quarterback play, and unfortunately that's just the way it rolled. And then we got another question here from Derek Chance, another one on wide receivers. He says, if both Allen Robinson and Calvin Austin III are good this year, could Deontay Johnson be a trade piece at the deadline? I would say so. Yeah. If the Steelers as a team aren't doing all that well, and Calvin Austin III and Allen Robinson are playing really well, and Deontay Johnson just isn't, I would say DJ would then be a trade candidate. But I don't think that that's going to happen. I think he's going to have a great season here in 2023 alongside George Pickens. I think the Steelers wide receivers are just fine right now. So should the Steelers trade wide receiver Deontay Johnson in your opinion? Not do you think he will get traded? Would you do it if you were the GM? Type T if you would trade him, or if you would pass on a trade here, type P down there in the comments. Then we got a question from Steelers Dad. He says, should we pursue Malik Willis if TN drops him? So Tennessee. Sure. As a third quarterback, emergency quarterback, if you really like him that much, I'm probably not going to trust him to even be my backup quarterback this year, if I'm being completely honest with you. I just haven't seen enough from him right now to trust him on an NFL field. And as a developmental piece, I would probably keep him around. But my guess is Tennessee will keep him around for a little longer, at least as a practice squad player, because, the potential there is through the roof with a guy like Malik Willis. All right, that's going to be it for today's mailbag. Really do appreciate all the support and all the questions. If you want to get a question on next week's Steelers Talk Live show, make sure to tune in next Wednesday where we'll be covering those questions live for you. Really do appreciate the support. I will see you guys later. And as always, here we go, Steelers. All right.
Yeah.
2 segs down, 1 to go.
Ooh.
I saw we got a couple more people entering the giveaway.
We did.
During that segment.
Unknown Assailant and Dominic Strader. You're in.
You in.
You in.
You in. All right. So now let's break down this question, because we're going to talk about Aaron Donald and the potential of a trade here at the trade deadline for the Rams' star defensive tackle. Should the Steelers do it? Give me a yes or a no down there in the comments section.
So, 60 days, Steve Young says 60 days until Steelers-Niners at Acrisure.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have our first live watch party for a regular season game here on the channel. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Who's going to be the quarterback for that game?
That's a good question.
We getting some Lance action?
No, it's not going to be Lance. It's either going to be Brock Purdy or Sam Darnold.
Purdy won't be ready, will he?
So the reports out of San Francisco is that Purdy's doing well in his rehab and that he could be ready for week 1.
I don't believe that.
But, if that's the case, that's the case, all right?
Brandon said, when I win the helmet, when will I know? We're going to do the drawing after this next segment.
Yep, so Brandon, we have one more segment to get to. Then after that, we're going to be doing the raffle. So stick around to the very end, and then we're going to spin a wheel. We got a wheel with all the slots. We're going to spin it randomly. It's going to land on somebody. That person's going to be the winner. All right, so
this is currently what we got cooking right now.
that's right. So you got right now, unknown, who sent that in? Brandon, you've got one slot right now. If you want to join the Steelers Talk Gold Club and get $100 in there, I don't know what your budget is, but you could get 2 more slots on this wheel. And today, an extra 2 slots goes a long, long way. Speaking of Super Chats, we still have a great menu for you guys to choose from. $5 will get you into today's raffle.
They're already talking about who's winning. Matt said, sorry, Brandon, this is actually my belated
Matt
birthday
Hyde,
present.
splurging a little bit. A $20 Super Chat will get you a Bean Boozled for some of our new guys here at the Chat Sports office. Right, we need to get one for Chip, all right? We need to get one for Chip. He hasn't had a bad one yet. We need to get that in there.
I need him to have a bad one.
Yes.
I need Chip to have a bad one.
I need Chip to have a bad one.
Chip.
Chip. You know what? I'm going to say this. $20, it's going to be 2 beans, all right? It's going to be 1 bean for each guy, okay?
Brandon said, my birthday was on the 3rd.
Well, happy birthday to you, my man. $50 is going to get us. We're going to be able to slap the Raiders Report host. If we get 3 more 50 pieces here, or 150, or another 50, if we get 150 straight up Super Chats here, we will beat the Raiders Report today. We'll make Chat Sports history. And then $100 total will get you in the Steelers Talk Gold Club. Currently 8 members. You can become the 9th member today.
Hey, but $5 is all it takes to get in on the raffle today.
Somebody's going to win that raffle today. The odds are probably going to be better today than any other day. And we got a $20 Super Chat. Let's go. Unknown Assailant with a $20 Super Chat. Get Smitty and Chip back in here. Let's go. Get them boys back in here.
Let me go get them real quick if you want to read it.
All right, so Unknown Assailant says, it's me, Sperry. It's me, Sperry. It was me all along, Sperry, not Webb's World. Oh, DJ still mid. Okay, so we got not Webb's World. So Unknown Assailant is not Webb's World. I'll have to keep that up. Not Webb's World. You are not a part of Steelers Talk Gold Club yet, my guy. What is that about? I don't know what that's about, man. Let's get you in that Steelers Talk Gold Club today. 250 pieces, that'll do it. And we get to slap Mitchell Renz twice. All right, here we go. Another round. This one's for you. We got a $5 Super Chat. Smitty, out of the way, man. Says, let me get that helmet. All right, now you guys can come on in. Thank you, Edgardo. I really do appreciate the support, my man. All right, so Chip, there's yours. That's a dead fish one, so that's the one he had last time. And then this one's Booger for Smitty. All right, here we go. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Dude, I can smell the beans from here. Oh. Chip, you didn't get another good one, did you?
It hits late. Honestly, I think it's dead fish, but
It's not that bad?
I thought at first. I didn't think it was that bad.
what was the other option?
So it was dead fish or banana smoothie? Oh, dude, I could smell it from here. It's
What
terrible.
was the other one? Obviously,
So juicy pear or booger.
that might have been juicy pear. I don't know. It was not good either way.
All right, man. Chip still hasn't had a bad one yet, so we need to get. He had a bad one, but he said it wasn't that bad. No, man, we're gonna get Chip a bad one here pretty soon. Come on now, another 20, and Chip's gonna get a bad one. All right, man. Appreciate the support here with 25 here.
Steve said, "Are all the hosts really that short?" No, Sperry is just 6'5".
I'm 6'5". Okay, so all these guys are like my little kids.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, man. And then,
yeah, Sperry's 6'5".
and by the way, Mitchell Renz is about where my hand is. So perfect slapping height.
Oh yeah.
So 50s. Anthony Fuller, I know you're there, man. $50. We'll get it done.
Mitch, our Raiders host, just peeked his head in.
And then he said, and then 100, we'll slap Mitch twice, and we slap Matthew Peterson.
Good thing we have a Steelers Talk Gold member in the house.
Who's that? Oh, my mother, Patty Gustafson.
Patty, if you want to watch your son smack the hell out of one of his coworkers, $50.
Send it in. Send it in if you want, Mom.
I'll even eat some jelly beans as well if your mom sends it in, because she was talking about me eating jelly beans. If she sends in 100, I'll have 3 jelly beans, and you can slap Mitch.
And we slap Petey.
Well,
we slap Mitch twice because that's
Yes.
2 50s. All right, so 100 would absolutely be freaking crazy right now.
A 6'5". She said we grow them tall in Minnesota.
It's true. It's true.
Oh,
we got Jay Perry. We got Jay Perry entering the raffle today. $5 from Jay Perry. We'll get you up here in just a second, my guy. Says, love the vids, bro. Been watching for over a year. Thank you for the support. Really do appreciate it, my man. Thanks for the $5.
He said 6'5" versus 5'2" isn't fair. Yeah, Mitch is 5'3", actually.
Is he actually 5? He's not 5'3". He's not 5'3". All right, man. So coming up, we got some trade ideas to discuss, including Aaron Donald.
Patty said slap Jack.
You know what? For 100, we're gonna have a slap-a-palooza. All right.
I'll smack the heck out of your son if you send
Jeremy
in 100.
will slap me.
I'll slap him
Jeremy
with
will slap me. We'll slap Mitch twice, and we'll slap Petey as well.
And we'll have the new guys eat some more beans.
And we'll have the new guys eat more beans. So $100. It's gonna get crazy here on Steelers Talk.
I promise you, Patty, I will slap some sense into your son.
Oh my goodness, man. All right.
He was starting to tell me Texas is better than Minnesota.
That's a lie.
He told me. That's what he said.
I like both places.
Nope.
I like both.
That's what he said. He said Texas over Minnesota. That's what he said, Patty.
All right, man. So we got trade ideas coming up here in just a second.
She said impossible.
Impossible. All right. So right now we got 72 people watching, 61 likes. Go ahead and like the video if you haven't already.
All
Man,
righty.
I want Chip to suffer right now.
Chip.
He's had 2 where he ate it and swallowed it. That should not be the case with Bean Boozled. Bomb.
Oh my God. Slap fest in Hell in a Cell this Sunday at Super Slam.
Dude, I'm waiting on this 100 because if it happens, we're gonna go nuts.
Steelers host Jack Sperry takes down the Raiders host.
Oh, we got another 5 from Dominic. Appreciate it, Dominic. One of the OGs here at Steelers Talk.
He's a real
watches every single video. Appreciate the heck out of you, Dominic. Says, all I got to say is Steelers on top. Use the week schedule. Get that tie-breaking win with the 49ers out of the way. Week 1. Easy W, F. Purdy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. F. Purdy. I hope our 49ers host Chase Sr. can hear that one, man. All right. All right, man. So we're doing a pretty good job here. 2 segments in. We got 1 more to go before we do our raffle. We still are 3 slaps away from beating the Raiders report in our slap battle this week. Being boozled, $20 again. Would really appreciate any super chats that you bring in. But, man, we got this awesome trade ideas segment here for you guys right now. Jeremy, are we getting going? Oh! Oh! There it is. Are you ready, Jeremy? We're gonna go boom. All right. Patty Gustafson! Boom! There it is. All right, let's get these slaps out of the way. Actually, let's do it after the segment. Let's do no. Do we gotta do all of it before? Oh my goodness. All right, get Smitty in here, get Mitch in here. Oh, so if you guys didn't hear that, Jeremy just told me that there's a report that Trey Lance, there's been a link to him and the Atlanta Falcons. That'd be interesting, man. I'd be interested to see how that works out. So we got a bunch of slaps coming your way. Jeremy's slapping me. I'm slapping Petey. I'm slapping Mitch twice. And now we're just $50 away, a $50 super chat from beating the Raiders. Beating the Raiders report, our biggest channel here at Chat Sports. First time anyone's beaten them. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. I got 3 slaps, and then Jeremy's slapping me. Got a couple beans. All right. You guys know who this is. This is Matthew Peterson, the Browns Report host. He said $100 we could slap him. We got the paper plate here.
He didn't think that Steelers fans had enough money. He said poor Steelers fans would never send in money to slap the Browns.
That's unfortunate.
Yes, because so many Steelers fans are stuck in Pittsburgh due to the great economic opportunities there.
Yeah.
90% of the people watching right now are not even in Pennsylvania.
You hear that? You hear that?
Shout out your city. Let's see how many are from Pittsburgh. You all fled 100 years
Steelers
ago.
Nation is global, all right?
Yeah, because they come
Yes. No, okay. All right, Petey, are you ready? What? Oh, okay. Is this side better?
I mean, universally, it's like a flat.
I mean, okay. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. There we go.
You're next, mister.
All right, now we got 2 for Mitchell Renz, the Raiders host.
Just for the record, there's only one nation.
No. Okay, you hear that, Steelers Nation? Here we go. There we go. You got me in the ear yesterday. Okay, I'm enjoying this. Ready? There we go. Oh my gosh, I'm having a foot cramp. Oh, all right. I don't know why I'm having a foot cramp. Smitty, get in here. All right, we got this slap. Okay, here we go.
You gotta take it off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. All right.
Oh, wait, don't.
Oh, God. God, the plates hurt. The plates hurt way more than the tortillas. Ouch. All right. So, Smitty, we're getting you a bad, or not Smitty, Chip, we're getting you a bad one here because you haven't had a bad one yet. Let's see here. How bad was the booger one there, Smitty?
It wasn't good. It was
Like,
not good.
on a scale of like 1 to 10, how bad was
It
it?
was like a 6, 7 bad.
6, 7? I'm trying to find a really bad one for him here. Let's try to find. I'm trying to find an old bandage one because that one's the worst
That
one.
is terrible.
Um,
Knowing his luck, he's gonna get a good one.
Trying to find a good one for Mr. Chip. All right. This one is going to be stink bug or toasted marshmallow. So, all right. And then let's see. Let's try to get one that you haven't had yet, Mr. Smitty.
Fly me a blue one, man. I know
There's no toothpaste on Steelers Talk Live. No toothpaste jelly beans. Liver and onions or cappuccino.
this is gonna be liver and onions because he got cappuccino.
Yep. I'm telling you, about 90% of these are bad. Okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, eat. Type bean in the chat. Oh, come on, Smitty got a good one. Oh, we finally got it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, type chip in the chat. Chip. Let's go, man. Appreciate you guys. We'll call you back if we got more. All right.
Oh my God.
That was fun. All right.
All right, now we can finally get into our last segment.
All right, so we got one more segment to go, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Trade ideas for the Pittsburgh Steelers coming at you right now. Today's Steelers Talk video is sponsored by RexMD. Go to rexmd.com/chat for up to 90% off generic Viagra or Cialis today. Can't wait to talk about them later on into today's show. So welcome in to Steelers Talk, Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry, and today we're going over trade ideas for your Pittsburgh Steelers here, and I can't wait to break it down today. So now let's get into this first segment here. But before we do that, go ahead and type. Fuck. Can we just start that segment again, Chuggs? Oh my goodness, that was bad. I'm still recovering from that slap a little bit, if I'm being honest. All right, this time for real. Steelers trade ideas coming at you right now. Today's Steelers Talk video is sponsored by RexMD. Go to rexmd.com/chat for up to 90% off generic Viagra and Cialis today. Can't wait to talk about RexMD later on in today's show. And welcome into Steelers Talk, Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry, and on today's show, I'm going to be breaking down trade ideas for your Pittsburgh Steelers. But before we get into those trade ideas here in just a second, how are you guys feeling right now about the Pittsburgh Steelers? Should they make another move before the start of training camp here in a couple of weeks? If you want them to make another move, type MM. Or if you want them to do nothing and you feel good with where the Steelers roster is at now, go ahead and give me a DM down there in the comment section. All right, so now let's start with the big one here, where all week, the biggest story around Steelers Nation has been the potential trade for superstar defensive tackle Aaron Donald. Now, the question is this even a realistic possibility, or is this just kind of a silly rumor that will never actually happen in reality? Now, Aaron Donald, there's no question about it. Even at age 32, he is arguably the best defensive tackle in the National Football League. Every single year of his career, he is graded over 90 on the PFF grading scale, which is absolutely fantastic. And, you know, this guy's not slowing down for anybody. Really, he's gonna be leaving at the top of his game whenever he decides to retire. And if the Steelers trade for him, he could end up finishing his career with his hometown team here with the black and gold. You take a look at his numbers over the last couple of years, and of course, this guy's a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate. You look at the sack production, man, 12.5 back there in 2021, 13.5 in 2020. In 2019, 12.5 as well. This guy consistently is among the top stat leaders when it comes to interior pass rushers in the National Football League. I think the 2022 stats are off a little bit there in the sack production. But you look at the PFF grades, they're absolutely fantastic throughout his career. He had a plus 90 PFF grade in his rookie season back in 2014, and that's in the elite category, guys. There's not many players in the National Football League at any position that grade above a 90. He's done it every single year. That is consistency, and that is why he is one of, if not the best defensive players to ever strap on a helmet. And I definitely think that if the Steelers could grab him at age 32 at the trade deadline this year, I mean, the potential for this Steelers pass rush is absolutely limitless. And I think Aaron Donald, if he wants to play for the Steelers for the next 3 to 4 years, could absolutely anchor this pass rush to be one of the best in NFL history. With Alex Highsmith, Cam Hayward, and TJ Watt already on the roster. Highsmith is getting close to an extension. If the Steelers can make it work here and put these 4 guys on the same pass rush, nobody is stopping this. Plain simply, Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, and Aaron Donald alone. Those 3 guys draw double teams all the time. You need to double team all 3 of those guys to stop them. You can only double team one of these guys consistently, and if all 3 of these guys are attacking opposing quarterbacks, they are going to get home more often than not, and it's going to be straight up unstoppable. However, there are some legit concerns with the possibility of trading for Aaron Donald. Number one is that he's age 32. He's 32 years old, so he's on the waning years of his career, and because of that, he's already flirted with retirement. Of course, after the Rams won the Super Bowl, he talked about extensively how he was considering a retirement, and there's definitely the possibility that the Steelers end up giving some very valuable pieces to the Rams for somebody they only have for a year or two. So that's a legitimate concern. And then also, you need to make the money work because it's looking like Alex Highsmith is going to get that extension before the start of the 2023 season. And because of that, the 2024 cap is going to be tough to manage with Aaron Donald on the roster. Now, it is a pretty manageable contract. There's a bunch of guaranteed dollars that the Rams are going to be on the hook for, even if they trade Donald. But even then, you're probably going to have to give up a player in a trade with a big contract in order to make it work. So coming up here, I have 2 Aaron Donald trade ideas for you guys to consider. But first, let's have a word from our sponsor at RexMD. Fellas, do you sometimes lack confidence in the bedroom? Do you wish you could have a more fulfilling sex life? Well, you're not alone. That's why we're excited to tell you about RexMD, the online source for men's wellness. RexMD offers an easy and discreet way to get the medication you need for ED without having to visit a doctor's office. With just a few clicks, you can have your medication delivered straight to your door and at a fraction of the cost of traditional pharmacies. RexMD's team of licensed physicians will work with you to find the right treatment plan, and their medication is made in the United States, so you can trust its quality. Plus, their customer support team is available 24/7 to answer any questions or concerns you may have. So, if you're ready to take control of your sex life and say goodbye to ED, head on over to rexmd.com/chat and start your consultation today. Take advantage of their best deal ever that they've ever offered and save up to 90% off and only pay $2 per dosage with our exclusive link. Go to rexmd.com/chat for this limited time deal. Starter packs of generic Viagra or Cialis are now available for our listeners to get started. That's rexmd.com/chat for up to 90% off. All right, so now I have 2 potential Aaron Donald trade ideas that the Steelers could consider offering Los Angeles if they make Aaron Donald available at the 2023 NFL trade deadline. A little bit different flavors here. So the first one is going to be based around a first-round draft pick and a player because I don't think that the Rams are going to take anything less than that. So for this first one, Aaron Donald would become a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers in exchange for the 2024 first-round draft pick and Larry Ogunjobi to clear some room off of the books for 2024 and fit him in there. Now, I'm only doing this trade if Kenny Pickett is balling out and you don't need that 2024 draft pick, and you know that for sure, right? You know that the Steelers are like, they have 1 loss at that point, maybe 2 losses. They're competing for a title, and that first-round draft pick is going to be later in the first round anyway, especially if you add Aaron Donald to the roster. But even then, man, 32 years old, it's definitely pushing it for me. If I were Omar Khan, I'd have a tough time making a decision on that. But then another one is based around only players. No draft picks, okay? You could also offer Larry Ogunjobi and wide receiver Deontay Johnson in exchange for Aaron Donald. Now, is the value here compensatory? You'll have to answer that for yourselves. But Deontay Johnson, somebody that's a really good route runner, somebody that can get open for Matthew Stafford or whoever the future quarterback of that team is going to be. And Larry Ogunjobi takes Aaron Donald's spot on the Rams defense right now. So the Rams could consider something like that. My guess is they'll probably still want a draft pick of some sort, but this is definitely another option to consider if you are the Los Angeles Rams and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So let me know which trade you would prefer, number 1 or number 2. Let me know down there in the comment section. Are you not willing to give up that first-round pick? Would you rather trade players? Let me know what you guys think down there in the comment section, what you guys think. Give me a 1 or 2 down there in the comment section. All right, so now let's go over some more trade ideas, this time from Fanatics, who have made a connection here between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, a fan cited who made the connection that the Steelers and the Broncos ended up trading Malik Willis over to the Pittsburghs, or Malik Reed, I should say, to the Steelers last year. So there's a connection there. They know each other, all these different things. And they come up with 3 new trade ideas between these 2 teams. Going to be breaking them down here right now. So the first one involves newly signed edge rusher Marcus Golden, where they suggest that the Broncos would send a 6th-round draft pick in exchange for Marcus Golden. And for me, guys, this one is just plain and simply not going to happen. The Steelers, they brought in Marcus Golden for a reason. All right, they brought him in because they like him. They want him on the team. They brought him in to address a need, which was that rotational edge rusher role. And unless they're getting a really good draft pick in exchange for him, or they're getting somebody to replace his spot in the rotation, this one just doesn't make sense at all from FanSided, at least in my opinion. Then another one here where they have, it's around Mason Cole, the center, where he would be going to the Denver Broncos, and the Broncos would send a 4th-round draft pick and Lloyd Cushenberry to the Steelers. And just like the last one, this one is just silly. Why would the Steelers even consider this one? Mason Cole is an excellent center. Why would you trade him away for somebody in Lloyd Cushenberry, who has not been a good player in the National Football League? Now, sure, James Daniels, Isaac Seumalo, they have played center before and they can move over, but I think that the way the Steelers' offensive line is constructed right now is fantastic, and I don't want to ruin that by trading Mason Cole to the Denver Broncos, and I really don't see this happening in my opinion, because you look at the offensive line right now, I think it's really freaking good, right? It's really, really tailored to Matt Canada's scheme, what he wants to do. Broderick Jones, the new guy there at left tackle. Dan Moore Jr. could be competing to start at left tackle to start this season, but other than that, your 4 starters are solid in place, at least in my opinion, and I'm super excited to see how this unit holds up here in 2023. Then the last one here involves Josey Jewell, the inside linebacker, who has been a pretty solid linebacker for the Broncos here over the last couple of seasons. And the Steelers would send a 5th-round draft pick to the Broncos in exchange for a 7th-rounder and Josey Jewell to kind of round out the rest of their inside linebacker group. And for me, this is another swing and a miss. If you're going to go and get a linebacker, I think you want somebody that's going to be more geared towards the coverage aspect of the game. That is what Josey Jewell does the worst in his game at this point. He's a decent blitzer, good run defender. But you look at Cole Holcomb and Landon Roberts, I think you are fine with these 2 men in the middle of your defense. You hope Mark Robinson can come through this year and have a little bit of a breakout season. You've got some nice depth there with Tanner Muse and Nick Kwiatkowski. I don't think that this unit is going to blow anyone away. It's not going to be the best in the National Football League by any stretch, but with the pass rush and the secondary that the Steelers have, alongside the great play calling and scheming of Mike Tomlin and Terrell Austin, this unit is not going to make or break the Steelers' defense in 2023, and I think it'll be just fine heading into next season. So who do you want the Steelers to trade for this season? It could be now. It could be at the trade deadline. Who is somebody you want the Pittsburgh Steelers to add to their roster this season? Can't wait to see the names that you put down there in the comment section. All right, that'll be it for me today, guys. Really do appreciate all the support. I will see you guys later. Make sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you guys for the support, and until next time, here we go, Steelers. All right.
Hey-o.
We are done with our segments today. I will say this. We have tied the Raiders report in number of slaps today, so that's already pretty darn good. But if we can get one more 50-piece in there.
We actually did get a super chat.
Oh, we did get a super chat. Okay. But if we get one more 50-piece.
Hot Rod
24. Okay, so he says, would love to win the helmet. Glad to be able to watch the full stream. Go Steelers. Time for our 7th Super Bowl win. That's absolutely right. And he's coming to us from West Virginia. Thank you so much, Hot Rod 24. And like I was saying, one more 50-piece, and we beat the Raiders. We beat the Raiders report. I mean, I didn't think the Steelers Talk would beat the Raiders report in anything. They have probably quadruple the amount of subscribers that we have, at least. This is an opportunity that we don't get very often, guys.
I work a ton with the Raiders and on the Raiders Report. It is a huge channel, and it's hard to beat them in anything.
It's hard to beat them in anything. And we have a chance to do it right now with a 50.
They, especially on YouTube, the Raiders Report, some of the most passionate and loyal fans I've ever seen.
Yeah. So we can beat them today, guys, with one more 50. Become a Steelers Talk legend right now if you want to. All right? So we still got a great menu of super chat items. We've had a couple Bean Boozled today for Chip and Smitty.
Chip.
We'll do another. If you send in another 20, we'll do that for you. $100 total. Get you a couple more slots in that raffle we're about to do.
And
so I'm going to do this.
Your mom was wanting me to eat some beans.
Okay, so you got to eat some beans.
I'll come up there.
All right. So we got the beans here for Jeremy. All right.
I guess I told her 3. 2 liver and onions.
2 liver and onions, and I'm going to give you a booger, too. All right. Type bean in the chat. Spam it. Let's go. Come on, Jeremy. Are you doing them all at the same time?
This one's for Patty.
Oh, he's doing them all at the same time?
I'll do the 2 liver and onions.
Okay.
I guarantee they're not going to be cat.
Oh, no. We've already had one cappuccino today, so they're... Oh, oh my God, I smell them. Oh my God. Oh, dude. Why do we keep doing this, man? Why? Bro, why do we... These things suck. Man, am I going to go a whole show without doing a bean? Tell you what, man, if someone sends in a 20, I'll do... Oh, another bad one. I tell you what, man. If we get one more 50, all right, and we beat the Raiders report today, all of us are going to do a bean. Jeremy, me, Smitty, and Chip will all do one to finish out the show. All right, and then we also get to slap Mitch, and we beat the Raiders report today. Oh, my goodness. So I'm going to put on a shot clock here because we got to go. We've got 5 minutes. Oh, never mind. We'll do 3 minutes. 3 minutes to get that 50 piece in. If not, we've had a great show today. Appreciate all 60 real ones that are in the chat right now. Type real one right now if you made it to the end of today's show.
God.
I want to give some shout outs to some of the real ones here. Oh my goodness. So Lip 6 is a real one. Hot Rod is a real one. Matt Hyde is a real one.
Did you bring your mom the beans whenever you went to Minnesota?
I did not bring the beans, unfortunately.
Oh, Cassie's a real one.
Cassie's a real one. My mom is a real one. She is the real one.
Daft has been waiting for me to eat those beans all so long.
Yeah, but his first comment, I think, was, when is Jeremy doing a bean? Oh, man, we got about 2 minutes left, a 50-piece. We'll get Beanapalooza, and we beat the Raiders today, guys. Come on, who's going to be that legend? Who's going to put in that 50?
Patty said I threatened to buy them.
But coming up here, man, we've got a nice mini helmet raffle coming up. We got a nice little wheel figured out here.
As we're waiting, give us some highlights from your trip home to Minnesota.
Oh, so I went to a Twins game. I had my walleye sandwich finally. Been dying for a walleye sandwich. I also got to see my family, Cassie's family. Went to all the places I love to eat in my hometown. It was a good time. It really was. We got to hang out by the cabin, by the lake.
Did you run into anybody that you know?
At the Twins game, I did see some people I knew from high school, and I was just like, I won't talk to them.
Saw Kyla. Who's Kyla?
Oh, yeah. So Kyla, remember, she's my little niece.
Oh.
That we talked about last show.
Yep.
I got to see her. I'm kind of her best friend. So, like, every time I come to see her.
Lost
it's
the
a good
ping
thing.
pong championship. What is that?
So we have a ping pong tournament every year at my cabin.
I would dominate. I'm a great ping pong player.
Come to Minnesota next year for
I'm
the 4th.
I am a great.
We're bringing the entire Chat Sports crew
I am
for that ping pong tournament.
I'm a fantastic ping pong player.
But my little brother has won it 4 years running, and he is such a little shit about it.
What makes him good? Does he just like hard like?
So he hits the ball hard and with spin. So if he gets the right hit on it, and like you're not pushing the envelope or whatever, and he's allowed to dictate the pace, you just can't do it because it's moving and it's fast.
So I had a ping pong table growing up. Me and my best friend played from 5th grade all the way till I graduated in high school.
Oh, So you're pretty good.
I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I've played a ton of ping pong.
Jeremy Chuggs, you're coming to the cabin next year to dethrone my little brother. All right, man. So that'll be it for today's show. Shot clock ran out. We tied the Raiders, which is pretty darn good if you ask me. $215 in total Super Chat revenue. And we've got a nice Steelers mini helmet that we're going to be giving away here with this spin. So, Jeremy Chuggs, are you ready to name a winner here?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
All right. I hope everybody that's entered is in the chat. So once you win, just let me know that you're in the chat, and then make sure that we get in contact here on Twitter. So here we go. Who's gonna get it? Oh, it's looking like our first super chatter today, Matt Hyde. Let's go, Matty. Let's go, man. It was his belated birthday. Happy belated birthday, man. You get a Steelers mini helmet. Chuggs and I will sign it for you, and we'll send that to you as soon as possible. Matt is here. Okay. So Matt,
dude, and he's always the
he's
first
always
one on the
here.
show.
He's always here, man. I'm so
Let's
happy.
go, Matt.
I'm so happy Matt got that today.
Let's go.
Congrats on that, Matt. So go on Twitter or Instagram here, whichever one that you're on, and get in contact me or DM me.
At Sperry _Yins.
Go Sperry _Yins.
Matt, first of all, are you on Twitter? He's on Instagram.
He's on Instagram. So my Instagram is sparedog.football. Okay, so DM me, sparedog.football. So that's SPEDOG.football. Spare dog.
I think you misspelled it, but
SPERDOG.
you just said SPD.
Oh, well, I don't know what I'm saying, man. All right, and then my mom put in another $5 super chat. Appreciate it, mother.
I think she said that was for a jack bean.
But they're 20s.
But it's your mom.
But it's all right. I haven't done a bean all day. I will do a bean. All right? I will do a bean. All right.
Matt Hyde, congrats again. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you're a G there. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. What do we got here? All right. I've got liver and onions here. All right. We're
your mom.
We're going to do a liver and onions one here for my mom. And then we're going to say goodbye for the day. It was nice to be back here on live. $220. Not bad at all.
Matt said he found you. Perfect.
Perfect, Matt. I'll be in contact with you, getting you your Steelers mini helmet. Here's to you, Matt. Oh. 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 That was not good. That was liver and onions. Dude, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're just get us a little bit closer to that Joey Porter Jr. jersey giveaway week 1 versus the 49ers. I need to flush this taste out of my mouth, man. Liver and onions, you don't think it's that bad? It's one of the worst ones, and you wouldn't think that because it's like actually like edible food. But no, it's terrible. All right, man, that's going to be it for me and Jeremy Chuggs today, man. Really do appreciate all the support. Congratulations to Matt Hyde on winning that Steelers mini helmet. I'll see you guys later. And as always, here we go, Steelers.